Welcome to the All Financial Hour podcast with Steve All.
Do you know that feeling in your gut, when you fall into like a routine or a rut, Steve? You ever been there before?
Yeah, like you're on autopilot?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Things are just going with the flow, pretty much. Well, a recent research shows that the average American, they will spend about 10 years of their life on autopilot. It kind of reminds me of when, many investors start out using a just set it and forget it target date fund routine. When is it time to abandon that autopilot for a portfolio that's more personalized?
The idea around the target date funds in the late 90s, there were so many options in a 401k plan. You could manage your own money, buy stocks, bonds, and mutual funds, and anything that you basically wanted. They were kind of personally directed. And a lot of people, not having knowledge about it, would ask the owners of the companies or the people, what should I invest in? Well, they gave that advice to people. And then when we had the market crash of 2000, a lot of people's, the old joke, my 401k became a 201k because I lost half my money. And then because of the fact that they had asked somebody at the company for some kind of advice, the companies got sued for giving out investment advice when they shouldn't be giving out investment advice.
Ah, there you go.
So now if you go to your company and ask, what should I invest in? They can't say anything because of what happened in the 2000 and the 2007 drops in the market. So there's not a lot of information that the employer can give you. Mm-hmm. So the target date funds came along because of the fact when people had so many options, they froze. They didn't know what to do, so they didn't do anything. And then it became a lot easier to say, well, let's put a target date fund out there. If you're going to retire in 2026, you get a 2026 target date fund. If it's going to be 2035, go to 2030. They had target date funds that are spread out over 5 to 10 years that people could invest in. That way they didn't have to, quote, think about it. I can think, when am I going to retire? If I got a long way off, it's slightly more aggressive. The problem with target date funds is the fact that, one, that's the only thing they take into consideration. When are you going to retire? They don't ask that question to find out, are you an aggressive investor? Or are you a very conservative investor? That's not a question that's part of it. The other thing that it doesn't find out, is this your only asset? Mm-hmm. Or do you have other assets? How old are you? Will you have a pension? All these things have to come into the equation to find out how you should be invested. And the target date fund only does one thing. When are you going to retire? And then they have a sliding scale that makes it less aggressive as you approach that target date. Now, the thing that's really bad about them is they're not all the same. Company ABC's target date fund is not the same as company XYZ.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
They have different sliding scales. They have different percentages. They have different the ways that they actually run their funds. So they're not all the same. And I look at it to the fact is when is it time to possibly move? I think it's a great way for accumulation. But now all of a sudden, now we're 59 and a half. Most companies give the employees the availability to move money out of a 401k plan at age 59 and a half, where they can actually move it to an IRA account. That is a non-taxed event that you can move money out. And why would people do that? Because you have more investment options. You get outside of basically a target date fund, maybe a large cap, small cap, mid cap, and some bond funds. There's not a lot of options in that anymore. So the main thing of the rollover is I've got more options that I can actually use to put my money in than just a target date fund or a few mutual funds / ETF options. So if you're 59 and a half and you have that 401k and you'd like to look at it and see, I would prefer to have more options than what I currently have within my 401k, give us a call. Let us do an analysis around your 401k, find out what your costs are within that 401k, let you know what the cost would be if it moved to us, and then went from there to sit here and say, what could we do with these funds? Give us a call now. Allow us to help you, because I believe that getting the best return that you can possibly get with the least amount of risk possible is very important. Retirement is going to be a journey, not a destination.
Thanks for listening to the All Financial Hour podcast.
Insurance products are offered through the insurance business All Insurance Group, LLC, AIG. All Financial Group, LLC is an investment advisory practice that offers products and services through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor. IPW does not offer insurance products. The insurance products offered by All Insurance Group, LLC, AIG are not subject to investment advisor requirements. IPW and All Insurance Group, LLC, AIG are not affiliated companies. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal. Any references to protection, safety, or lifetime income generally refer to fixed insurance products, never securities or investments. Insurance guarantees are backed by the financial strength and claims-paying abilities of the issuing carrier. This radio show is intended for informational purposes only. It is not intended to be used as the sole basis for financial decisions, nor should it be construed as advice designed to meet the particular needs of an individual's situation. All Financial Group, LLC is not permitted to offer, and no statement made during this show shall constitute tax or legal advice. Our firm is not affiliated with or endorsed by the U.S. government or any governmental agency. The information and opinions contained herein provided by third parties have been obtained from sources believed to be reliable, but accuracy and completeness cannot be guaranteed by All Financial Group, LLC.